Hey, what's up, viewers? Patrick from Bowers is only back on the video, and this is episode 6 of Flowers We Can Bowers of the Day, and today's verse comes out of James 1, verse 10, and it reads, "But the rich should take pride in their humiliation, since they will pass away like a wildflower." And that's what that verse means, so let's get into this, and let's get into this Royal Rangers recap. And we're gonna, let's see. Since we're in James, why don't we go to James 1:8, and it says, "Such a person is double-minded and unstable in all they do." Now we're going to go to Colossians. Yeah, alright. In Colossians, in chapter 3, verse 10, here is what it says. Here's what it says in Colossians 3, verse 10. And it reads, "And have put on the new self, which is being renewed in knowledge in the image of its creator." In Ephesians 4, verse 17, 22, and 23, here is what it says. Starting in verse 17, it reads, "So I tell you this, and insist on it in the Lord, that you must no longer live as the Gentiles do, in the futility of their thinking." Now, jumping down to verse 22, it reads, "You were taught with regard to your former way of life to put off your old self, which is being corrupted by its deceitful desires." Verse 23, to be made new in the attitude of your minds. And finally, verse 24, "And to put on the new self, created to be like God in true righteousness and holiness." And now we're going to also, let's see, 2 Corinthians. Yeah. We're going to now go to 2 Corinthians 3, verse 18. And it reads, okay. "And we all, who with unveiled face contemplate the Lord's glory, are being transformed into his image with ever-increasing glory, which comes from the Lord, who is the Spirit." And now we're going to go, let's see, now we're going to go to Romans. Yeah, Romans 12, verses 1 through 2. And here is what it says. And it reads, "Therefore I urge you, brothers and sisters, in view of God's mercy, to offer your bodies as a living sacrifice, holy and pleasing to God. This is your true and proper worship. Do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, his good, pleasing, and perfect will." Now we're going to, now we're going to go to songs. Song 1, verse, 1, 2, and 3. And here's what the verse says in Song 1, starting at verse 1. "Blessed is the one who does not walk in step with the wicked, or stand in the way that sinners take, or sit in the company of mockers." Verse 2, "But whose delight is in the law of the Lord, and who meditates on his law day and night." And finally, verse 3, "That person is like a tree planted by streams of water, which yields its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither, whether they do prospers." And finally, Joshua. In Joshua chapter 1, in verse 8. And, yeah, almost there. In Joshua 1, in verse 8, here is what it says. And it reads, "Keep this book of the law always on your lips, meditate on it day and night, so that you may be careful to do everything written in it. Then you will be prosperous and successful." And that is all for the verse portion of last night's Bible study. And we got one more week of the study on practicing the presence, and then we're gonna go to a new topic. I want to leave you with Jeremiah 17:7, and it says, "But blessed is the one who trusts in the Lord, whose confidence is in him." That's going to do it for today's video. Thanks for watching, and until next time we meet again, viewers, in every way, God's way is always the best way.